Hello there. Let's talk about parenting today, but maybe in a way you haven't thought about before. I want you to imagine yourself not just as a parent, but as an architect, a sacred architect. Because what we're really doing is building a home, a sanctuary where our children can become everything they're meant to be. This metaphor, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's the challenge every single one of us faces. We want so badly to protect them, to keep them safe from everything. But we also know, deep down, that our job is to prepare them to fly. Finding that perfect balance, that's the real art of parenting. So how in the world do we build this perfect nest? Well, the secret is in what we'll call loving limits. And I want to be clear, these are not just a list of random rules. They are thoughtful, principled boundaries. They're the walls built to that perfect height, creating the exact framework our kids need to feel safe enough to one day soar. You know, before any good architect starts building, they have to have a blueprint, a plan. For us, as parents of faith, that blueprint is deeply rooted in our purpose, to protect and to nurture the divine potential inside our children. This means every single limit, every single boundary has a powerful why behind it. That why is all about safeguarding what the source material here calls the three blessings. First, their wholeness, that's their personal and emotional maturity. Second, the nest, helping them understand the kind of love and commitment that builds a strong family of their own someday. And third, stewardship, teaching them that important dance of give and take that helps them become responsible, self-sufficient adults. Our boundaries, they're basically the scaffolding that protects these three incredible pillars of their future. Okay, this is so important. The foundation of this entire structure, this whole beautiful building, it really starts with us. It starts inside our own hearts and minds. It requires a really crucial internal shift away from an agenda of control and towards a true, genuine ethos of care. It's all about becoming what's called a protective parent. And that's not about being a drill sergeant. It's a state of being where every action we take comes from a place of deep, profound love, a desire for their safety and their ultimate good, not from a reaction to our own frustration or a need to be in control. You can really see the two paths laid out for us here. On one side, you've got the Exodus path. It's all about power, external policing, and you know where that usually leads? Rebellion. But then there's the Genesis path. This path is all about relationship, about mentorship, and this is the path that helps our kids build their own internal moral compass, which is the real goal, right? So how do we actually walk that Genesis path? Well, once we've got the mindset right, we can get practical. The source material gives us a whole toolbox of principles to build a strong home. We're going to look at just 3 of the most essential tools you can literally start using today. Okay, tool number 1 is alignment. It's this simple but powerful idea that our inside has to match our outside. Our true intention has to match our actions. Think about it for a second. Our kids are like little detectives. They can feel the difference between a boundary set in love and one set in anger, even if we use the exact same words. So here's a super practical way to do this. Check your engine. Seriously, before you set a limit or have that tough conversation, just pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, am I coming from a place of protection for my child, or am I just reacting because I'm tired and frustrated? That little pause, it can change everything. It ensures they hear your heart, not just your anger. And that sense of calm alignment leads us right to our next tool, dialogue. A boundary shouldn't be a brick wall, a command that just ends the conversation. It should be the start of a conversation, a living, breathing interaction that actually creates connection instead of shutting it down. And that brings us to this idea of generative interaction. It sounds fancy, but it's simple. Is our communication actually creating energy and understanding? Or is it just a one-way street of commands? You know, do this, don't do that. Shifting this one thing can reframe discipline from a dreaded lecture into a moment of real connection. And hey, here's a script you can use right away. It's called the first pillar, initiate with love. Instead of launching into the problem, you start with, hey, I am on your side. And because I love you and I want you to succeed. When a child feels that you are for them, not against them, their defenses just melt away. They can actually hear you. It's a game changer. Our third tool for today is growth. And this one is so important. The architecture of our home, of our family, isn't supposed to be concrete. It's a living thing. The boundaries that are perfect for a 5-year-old would absolutely crush a 15-year-old. our limits have to grow and adapt right alongside our kids. I love this reframe so much, using boundaries as a launch pad. See, it's not a cage to hold them back, it's a platform to launch them forward. When we can say, as you show me you can handle this responsibility, we will grow this limit together, we teach them one of life's greatest lessons. Freedom is earned through trustworthiness. So when you pull all these pieces together, the mindset, the tools, you start to see the big picture. This whole architectural process is designed to move our family from a system of external rules to nurturing deep internal roots. We're not just managing behavior, we're building character. So let's be really clear about the end game here. Let's just take the pressure off. We are not trying to build a perfectly behaved little robot who just follows orders. No. The true, beautiful goal of all our work, of all our architecture, is to raise a mature person who walks out of our home with their own strong, internalized moral compass, totally ready to build a beautiful life of their own. So as we finish up, I want to leave you with this question. Your next interaction with your child, it's an opportunity, it's a creative, loving act. So what piece of architecture, big or small, will you choose to build for your child's heart today?